Pantry. So today I'm excited to bring you along for a delicious, out of the ordinary pasta dish. I'm going to make a Bloody Mary penne pasta. And so the sauce is going to mimic exactly what I would put in my scratch Bloody Mary. And it's so fun to do this, and it's delicious, and I hope it brings you along. So if it does, go down in the About section below, check out all the links I've left for you. I've got my Wild Tree website, I've got my Facebook page, you can join in over there. I also have my mailing address if you'd ever want to drop me a line, you've got that. And I also have my Zaycon Food link. Zaycon Foods delivers meats and other things all over the country at a substantial savings for a top quality product. I just ordered 40 pounds of grass-fed, 93% lean ground beef for $3.99 a pound. So you go over there, register for free, and then they'll email you when they have an event coming up in your area, and they give you plenty of notice. So that being said, let's go make this delicious Bloody Mary penne pasta. So I'm glad you stayed for this, because this is a delicious way to have pasta. It's great for a dinner party because it adds a lot of conversation. So my Bloody Mary pasta dish is pretty much almost everything I put in a scratch Bloody Mary, except my husband doesn't like olives, so I'm not going to put any olives in there. I might chop some up for me and have it in there, but I've got, usually use some kind of a vegetable. Instead of just straight tomatoes, you might use a vegetable V8 kind of thing. So I've got onions, celery, a jalapeno because we like it spicy, and garlic. I've got some crushed tomatoes, salt, pepper, celery seeds, horseradish, olive oil, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, and vodka, and we're going to put this over penne tonight. A lot of times I'll do linguine, but you can use any pasta you want. So tonight it's going to be penne, and we're going to have this next to a really spicy smoked chicken breast. So it's perfect, and a salad. But that being said, I'm going to sweat these vegetables and the garlic in some really good olive oil, and let me take you over to the stove and we'll get going on this, because it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. I might even put some fresh tomatoes in there just to add some brightness, but these are crushed tomatoes, a 28-ounce can of them. So I've got my olive oil here in the pan, and this is a couple tablespoons. It's part of the sauce, so you use more oil than most other things, but olive oil is good for you. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've got just a small dice on this onion, and my celery the same. They're about the same size. And I'm going to go ahead with the jalapeno. I'm going to reserve the garlic until it's a little further along. So I don't want to burn my garlic. I want it sweet and delicious. And while this is sweating, I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of my spice. This is pretty simple. I mean, salt, pepper, celery seeds. That's some Himalayan pink salt. Not too much, maybe half a teaspoon at the most. Probably more like a quarter of a teaspoon. And then some pepper. And I like lots of pepper in my Bloody Mary mix, so, as well as lots of celery seed. Celery seed gives it a pop that you can't get from anything else. Some people use celery salt, but I don't really like it. It's just too much salt to celery ratio. That makes sense? So I'm just going to let these sweat down, and look at all that pepper, and the celery seeds will get soft and aromatic. They'll just release all their flavor into this and make it delicious. So I'm going to let these sweat. As soon as they're done sweating, we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients, and we're going to let it reduce a little bit. And you guys can see how my onions and celery have sweated down. It's time to put the garlic in. And just at the end, as soon as I can smell garlic coming up out of there, we're going to add the rest of our stuff, because that's the time. So yeah, the onions have gotten a little bit translucent. This is gonna simmer for a while and reduce, so no worries. I am adding an extra can of diced tomatoes. I thought, I have canned diced tomatoes I need to use, and it's in the juice, so it will help with my sauce, if that makes sense to you guys. Time to add in our sauce. And this, again, is crushed tomatoes, so they're a little, they've got some texture, and I want some texture going on in this pasta. I'm not going to do an immersion blender or blend it, although you could, but we like the texture, and so we're not going to. See how hearty that is already? But I really do believe it needs this extra can of I've got a couple shots of vodka that we're gonna put in there. And if you want to leave that out, totally leave that out. If you're gonna use vodka though, use a good one. Don't cheap out on the alcohol when you're cooking with it. The sauce just looks amazing, just like it is. And then now I'm gonna give you my, I always put Worcestershire sauce. I can't say that right, but in my Bloody Marys. So we're gonna go 1 and 2, and for this amount, 3. Oh, yum. And then we've got Tabasco. You can't have, in my opinion, a Bloody Mary without Tabasco sauce. And I'm gonna add sparingly at first with 1 tablespoon. And if we need to, we'll add it later. But I don't want to burn anybody's mouth. And then last but not least, we have to have fresh, grated, prepared horseradish. And I love horseradish. So we're gonna start with that. Again, it's gonna be, how spicy do we want it? And we'll gauge that by the actual, you know, when we get ready to taste. So what I'm gonna do now is let this sauce reduce down. And you're just going to have it on a low simmer, medium low, until it reduces by, you know, where it's a nice thick sauce that'll
We've
stick to
tasted
the
it,
pasta.
and both my husband and I say it doesn't need anything else. So I'm gonna leave some lime on the side just in case, because I always have lime on my in my Bloody Mary. So if somebody wants to squeeze lime, it'll just be a nice garnish. Not that we really need to use it. But now my pasta is boiling. I've got my chicken breast out there. They're almost done. I'm going to slice those up and get it on a plate. So the next thing you see is
now
a plate
I've got my reduced Bloody Mary sauce, and we're going to pour this right down over that penne, and it's going to be fabulous. It smells amazing. We already know it tastes amazing. And what a great little spin on a pasta. You don't have to have it the same every time. So let me clean this up because that's gonna bug me. And it's gonna bug me even more if I can't get it right. There we go. So you can squeeze that lime down over the chicken. I've got, this is smoked chicken breast, and it's gonna be fabulous. So no cheese necessary on this pasta, which is kind of nice. It's just gonna give all the flavors of a Bloody Mary, and your guests are gonna love it. In my case, my husband is gonna love it. So I've got my penne pasta I'm gonna taste for you. And if you're on a low carb diet, you could do this over spaghetti squash. Okay, so let's get a bite. That is so good. It tastes like a Bloody Mary. And so it's absolutely fabulous.
I hope you guys are inspired to try this on your own, and inspired to come back next time for some creative outside of the box recipes. And as always, guys, I can't wait to see you next time. Go hit subscribe. Maybe go hit that like button, share it on your Facebook page, and I'll see you next time. God bless. Yum.